important topic in 10th class, that is national liberation movement in the colonies. See, in the 17th century period, worldwide many changes came. Mainly the European countries which are there, like French, Britain, Germany, Japan. So mainly European countries, that countries industrially well developed in the 18th century. So these European countries, to their industries, they need raw materials to product goods. So any country in the world will not get all types of resources, all types of materials, raw materials they won't get. So that is why for searching raw materials to their industries, they travel different places in the world and they got raw materials with less price. So that raw materials they exported from mother country to their country, they exported and they started production in their industries. After the production, same that goods they again sell in the different markets in worldwise. So here the European countries which are there, that countries mainly they went other country places and they started business with other countries and finally they dominated on other places and they captured that place and they completely ruled that area. That places we can call as colonies. So European countries have many colonies in the world. For example, India also once upon a time one of the colony of British government of Britain. Like India, many countries in the world, Asian countries, Latin America, African countries. So these countries were totally under the control of European countries. So these European countries actually they went to that places for business, for getting raw materials in their country, in that country. Because worldwide first developed countries, worldwide industrially first developed countries, European countries. So these European countries, they tried to capture other country places. They occupied other countries' places and they dominated other country peoples and finally they ruled their places. So the country which was under the ruling of Europeans, the place which was, the country which was under the ruling of European peoples, so that place you can call colony. British colony, French colony, Dutch colony. Okay, so there are many colonies were there at the time. Now, in the chapter, so the countries which are ruled by the European countries, the countries which are under the control of Europeans, their countries, they try to get freedom. The local people who are there in the colonies, so that people started movements against the European countries. The local government or local people in that countries, they started revolutionary, they started movements against the Europeans. Why? For getting freedom. Because under the ruling of these European countries in the colonial period, the local people they suffered a lot. They do not have any rights to get, and they have to pay more tax to that people. There is no freedom to that people, and there is a lot of discrimination between the local people and Europeans. So that is why all these local people who are there in the colonies, the local government or local people, they try to occupy, they try to get freedom from the European people who occupied their places, they try to get freedom, liberty. So this is called the word people's mind thinking for democracy. People they are trying to get freedom, liberty, equality and social justice in the society. and they thinking that this is our nation, and they are not accepting the Europeans people domination in their countries. So many countries in the world, the Asia continent, if you take Asia continent, or if you take the African continent, if you take the Latin America, you can see any places in the 18th century period, many of the countries are under the ruling of Europeans. So today, in this chapter, I am going to explain about China. How was the China under the ruling of colonial period? So how was the China under the ruling of colonial period? See, in present days, China worldwide it is a developed country as well as highly populous country in the world. So this China once upon a time under the ruling of empire dynasty. One of the great empire was ruling in China. So that China ruled by the Manchu dynasty. In the 18th century, 19th century beginning. So China was ruled by the Manchu empires, Manchu dynasty. So these Manchu empires who are there, they never concentrated welfare of the people of China, and they were unsuccessful for controlling of European powers in that China, because many of the European people they occupied China places and they started business. The empire who is there in the China at the time, the Manchu dynasty empires, these people are unsuccessfully not controlled their colonization in China. Many of the China places were occupied by European people. Because these Manchu empires also they give support, because the European people they give some economically give the support to the empire. The Manchu, these European people they helped to the empires in the wars period or economically, and they give separate like full respect to the empire, but the common people they suffered a lot under the ruling of Manchu dynasty. So people were not satisfied under the ruling of Manchu dynasty, and all the Chinese people thinking that they want to be one nation, they want to rule their own nation, and they wanted to remove the completely empire ruling in the China. So that is why one of the great person who is that in the year of 1911, one Republican Party was established in the China. The founder of Republican Party was Dr. Sun Yat-sen. The founder of Republican Party was Sun Yat-sen. You see, actually Sun Yat-sen he came from a poor family. He was studying in missionary schools. His mind was full of democratic ideas, and he was completed medicine. But he wanted to make the China like a superpower country in the world. Dr. Sun Yat-sen he tried to change the China's total society. He tried to remove the whatever social evils in the society he wanted to remove. Sun Yat-sen is completely against the empire ruling. So he wants to establish the democratic government, and also he wants to abolish the social evils and the landlordism which was there at that time. So he wants Dr. Sun Yat-sen, he wants to make the China in different way. Like all the Chinese people should be equal. And he is completely against the colonial ruling. He wanted to bring the unity between the Chinese people, because at the time China was divided into small places, and these different places were controlled by local colonial people and local empires. So he tried to make the unity in the China's people. Okay, so that he introduced one program, that is 3 principles program was introduced by Dr. Sun Yat-sen. 3 principles program was introduced by Dr. Sanet. What are the three principles? See, his main three principles are: one is nationalism, second one is democracy, and third one is socialism. Nationalism, democracy, and socialism. These are the main three principles program that Dr. Sanet Singh he wants to introduce. In China language, you can say that Sun Min Chui. In China language, these three principles we can call Sun Min Chui. Sun Min Chui. These are the three principles of the Sanet Singh. Now, so these are the three principles. So that is why Dr. Sanet Singh he became a famous leader because people are waiting for a strong leader in the China. They suffered a lot under the ruling of empire as well as colonial power. So they are waiting for the strong leader at the time. These are Sun Yat-sen, he became a strong leader, he formed the Republican Party in the China. But he tried a lot, but he did not capture power because warlords only ruling China. Warlords were there in the China, local military, that ruling was there in this time. But Sun Yat-sen he tried a lot. He brought many changes. But the power was under the control of warlords. So after the death of these Sun Yat-sen, next Kuomintang party became very strong party in the China. Kuomintang KMP party, or also we can call it National People's Party. KMP party means nothing but National People's Party. This party also became very strong in the China. And next CCP party, China Communist Party, this party also became very strong after the death of Sun Yat-sen. So Sun Yat-sen he wanted to make the China as a modern China. That is why we can call Sun Yat-sen was a founder of modern China. He was called as founder of modern China. After the death of these Sun Yat-sen, so Kuomintang party or National People's Party and the China Communist Party, these people also they wanted to continue the ideas of Dr. Sun Yat-sen. They want to continue ideas of Dr. Sun Yat-sen. So in this KMP party and CCP party, CCP communist ideas, CCP party idea completely communist because this Kuomintang also he brought many changes, and they try to bring they try to bring mainly important social justice, and they give the equal rights to women. At the time in the China country, there was one of the dangerous social evil was there, that is called foot binding. What is foot binding? So the foot fingers should not be equal like men. Okay, the woman's finger should not be equal like men. So their fingers will banded tightly. This is one dangerous social evil was there in the China. So this foot banding, he tried to remove this Kuomintang. And next one, these people they try to redistribute the land. And they completely remove the warlords. These people completely remove the warlords who are there. The ruling people, warlords, military people, their ruling was completely removed by the KMP party. And Communist Party also, this party also became very strong, China Communist Party. So actually, in the year of 1921, Russian Revolution, by the great success of Russian Revolution, so these China people inspired and great people also started Communist Party. Russia also gave full support to the Communist Party in the China. So these Communist Party and KMP Party together they want to implement what all ideas were there Dr. Sun Yat-sen. These people also wanted to make like all these principles which are there, the main three principles, nationalism, democracy, socialism, these principles they wanted to try to implement. So completely in here, government act create this party create monarchy system was abolished. The democratic government was established. So communist party also became very strong in the China. But at the same time, in the China, due to the long wars in the China, economically crisis started, price rate increasing, and people not getting food properly, and drought, floods. There were many reasons for the crisis at the time. So people suffered a lot at this time. So at the same time, Japan attacked China. Japan invaded China. So this time, all these two parties together, they tried to stop this war. So in the year of 1921, Japan invaded on the China. So after this, what happened we will discuss in the next class.